Let's talk about how we accidentally booked a summer beach resort in the off-season, ate chips and ice cream for survival, got awkward massages in disposable thongs, and still managed to explore Pisa, Vinci, and Florence like champs. This is the story of our week in Tuscany, with a few hilarious missteps along the way.
Hey adventurers, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam here, and today we've got something super special for you. So buckle up, this one's full of unexpected laughs, beautiful views, and the kind of experiences that make you say, did that really just happen?
It's our epic Italian adventure starting in San Vincenzo. And spoiler alert, there's a lot of surprises along the way. We arrived in San Vincenzo after a long train ride from Pompeii, expecting this sunny, lively beach town. But surprise, we've booked a summer resort during the off-season. What? And it was quiet, like zombie apocalypse quiet.
We walked into a timeshare and it's, how do I put this gently, snug. Let's just say the whole walkthrough took less than a minute.
Yep, we're keeping it real. Our timeshare in San Vincenzo just wasn't what we expected. With everything around us closed for the season, the only place we could find to get food was a little market run by two Italian-speaking women who, well, let's just say communication was a challenge. We tried everything. Pointing, miming, Google Translate, you name it. Nothing worked. Eventually, we just gave up. And trust me, when I say I think we survived on chips, ice cream, and a whole lot of love.
Yeah, we ate like unsupervised 8-year-olds for 2 days. Breakfast, ice cream. Lunch, chips. Dinner, double ice cream.
I mean, they did have one restaurant on site, but it was pricey and definitely not kid-friendly. One look at the menu and the kids were like, ugh, no thanks, we'll stick with ice cream cones.
That's true, everything around us was shut down for the cooler months, so chips and ice cream became our survival food, and we made the best of it. But hey, when life gives you a tiny timeshare, you make spa memories.
Yes, the spa memories. Our timeshare did come with a pretty awesome perk. Free passes to a fancy garden spa. You guys, this spa was unlike anything we've ever seen back in the US.
Yep, free passes to the garden spa with complimentary couples massage. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Now folks, imagine walking into a room that looks like a scene from a sci-fi movie. There's a couple small padded cabinet things with a hand towel, and what I can only describe as a disposable thong thing set out on top of each one. Not what we expect for a relaxing couples massage, right?
Oh my gosh, the awkwardness. With the language barrier, we had no idea what was going on. We didn't understand any of the instructions, so we were kind of left to figure things out on our own. But somehow we made it work, and the massage ended up being amazing.
Yeah, once we got past the awkwardness, it was amazing. We got a massage that was super therapeutic. Nothing like a Swedish massage I'm used to, but let me tell you, it was incredible.
Then came the real fun. After the massage, we went through the different rooms of the spa. First room was the sauna. The steam room was second, and the ice room, which was like snow, but you rubbed it all over yourself. Weird, but surprisingly refreshing. And then you repeat the rooms over and over again. Then at the end of all of the rotations, you finally end in the relaxing salt pool. I've got to say, this was one of the most unique spa experiences I've ever had.
It was the highlight of our San Vincenzo stay for sure. Definitely a must try if you're in the area, even if it was a little unexpected.
Now, the one thing we did have going for us was the beach. It was literally right across the street from our place, and there was this adorable little path that led us straight to it. Only, it wasn't exactly swim season.
What? Yeah, the ocean was way too cold to actually swim in it, but the girls still had fun dipping their toes in the water. It was a nice relaxing way to spend the afternoon. Since there wasn't much to do, we decided to hop on a train and make our way to Pisa. And wow, Pisa is so much more than just a Leaning Tower. We actually took an all-inclusive tour through Get Your Guide. Highly recommend it, by the way, where we got all the full scoop on the tower and all the nearby buildings, including the cathedral and the baptistry.
Fun fact, everything around the Leaning Tower is also sinking. That's right, they worked on the towers for centuries. Originally, the construction started in 1173, and it took almost 200 years and several architects to finish it. And I don't know about you, hun, but walking around the tower felt super weird to me. Some spots you were practically gliding around, and other parts, it was like trudging uphill. It was the craziest thing to experience.
Yeah, it was a weird experience, but after making it up to 294 steps, the view from the top, absolutely worth it. The tower has 7 bells on the very top, but the biggest bells had to be silenced years ago to help prevent it from leaning any further, which is kind of wild when you think about it. The thing has survived several earthquakes and World War II and still stands for people to tour through it. So crazy.
One of the other buildings on the property is the cathedral. It's gorgeous. Inside, you'll find some incredible artwork, though a lot of the wall art appears to be peeling off, like it couldn't withstand the elements or something. But you know, it's almost like the artists knew their paintings might not last, which is why I think they carved so many statues out of marble, to preserve the art. Because it was no easy thing. Sculpting things out of marble, it took real skill.
It was funny, the girls were freaked out by the elaborate coffins in the cathedral. But there were famous people buried in them, and under the floor, the headstones were, well, kind of right where you were walking. They were like, wait, were we stepping on bodies?
Yep, talk about history under your feet.
By the end of the day, the girls were absolutely exhausted from all the walking, and by the time we headed back to the train, they were totally out cold. Touristing is hard work. After realizing our timeshare wasn't a dream we imagined, we decided to take a financial hit and cut the week short. We jumped on the train to Vinci. Oh, this place has so much history. Did you know that Leonardo da Vinci actually means Leonardo from Vinci? Cool, right?
And talk about picturesque. After the train ride to the city, we took a bus through the most gorgeous countryside scenery. It was a real Tuscany dream. Rolling hills, olive groves, vineyards as far as the eye can see, endless farmland, and little hilltop towns. And finally, we got dropped off on a little country road.
The GPS said your Airbnb is up this hill. That hill was a hike, especially hauling all our luggage, but it was so worth it.
Yeah, when we got to the top, it was beautiful. This adorable Airbnb used to be part of Leonardo's family farm. The vibe was so rustic and charming, and inside there was drawings and paintings created by Leonardo da Vinci himself. So cool. They even made us the most incredible 4-course meal. Like, we're still talking about that meal.
Farm fresh meats, handmade pasta, bread and desserts, everything was homemade, fresh and delicious. And the olive oil made right there, heaven. If you've never tried fresh olive oil, you need to add it to your bucket list.
I would go back just for that olive oil.
Yeah, I asked if I could buy a bottle, and I'm really kicking myself now for not doing it.
The next morning, they made us breakfast too. It included fruit and yogurt parfaits, a big cookie biscuit thing, fresh rolls, and breads, and pastries, our favorite. Well, we really didn't want to leave, but Florence was calling our name. So after breakfast, we made our way down the long dirt path to the bus stop in the rain and went into Florence for the day.
When we had first decided that Florence was going to be our path, we checked Get Your Guide for ideas of what to do while in Florence and booked 2 amazing tours.
Our first tour, the Leonardo da Vinci Interactive Museum, where we learned about his incredible inventions. The kids had a blast putting together stained glass windows and even building things with wooden pieces. It had working machines, crazy inventions, puzzles, and models. Such a fun hands-on way to learn. Maybe the lever on the other side. Oh. Gotta crank it first, Kylie.
And then we saved the best for last. We saw David. Yes, the statue of David by Michelangelo. Our second tour was a skip-the-line guide tour to see the famous statue of David. If you've seen it in pictures, it's cool, but seeing it in person, mind-blowing. The detail is insane. and you don't realize how big the statue is until you're in the room with it.
The detail, the expression, the sheer size. He was so much taller than I imagined. Amazing. It was so much more impressive than I thought. We also learned how crazy hard it is to carve from marble. And before you get to the room where David is, you walk through rooms and rooms of statues. And it's surprising how many of their attempts failed. Michelangelo? True genius. It's like history came alive in front of us. It's definitely something every traveler should see at least once.
Florence was incredible, packed with history, art, and culture. We could have spent a whole week there exploring more, but our Italian adventures were coming to an end. And after all that walking in history, we ended the day with gelato, of course. Because what's an Italian adventure without it?
Exactly. So that's a wrap on our trip through San Vincenzo, Pisa, Vinci, and Florence. We saw some incredible sights, ate our weight in pasta, and made memories we'll never forget. But we gotta be honest, the best part was experiencing it all together as a family. So yeah, our week in Tuscany didn't go exactly to plan, but between surviving on ice cream, awkward spa moments, seeing Pisa's tilt in real time, walking in Leonardo's footsteps, and experiencing the Statue of David, we ended up with something even better than a beach vacation.
We hope you enjoyed following along in our Italian adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming travel adventures. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.
And remember, family adventures are the best kind of adventures. Until next time, keep exploring and stay adventurous.
See you on the next adventure.
Adventurepreneurs out. Show me, Buggy. What you got? Oh, he's so cute. No, he was crawling. Okay, put him in the plants down there. Oh, he's adorable. Okay, say bye, friend, for now.